like you were already mine. Surreal to me how you make me feel wild and calm at the same time. Never felt so alive. Thought I was crazy until I reached out and saw your hand there waiting for mine, like the stars had all aligned. I lay beside today, tonight, your vibe, desire, our eyes on fire. And I breathe your aura, can I leave your aura? You have me like gravity. You don't have to try it, it's just like a magnet. You have me like gravity.
right, I believe we are live now. Testing my mic. Okay, so I think everything is okay with my voice. I can be heard pretty okay. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining our live stream. Our second live stream actually, which was the previous one was pretty good. Um, my name is Quincy. I will be hosting this live stream once again. I work with SmartBots Senior Management. And today's live stream is going to be about the group activity booster. We'll be talking about the group activity booster. There's going to be three parts of this live stream as well. The first part will be speaking about the group activity booster itself. We'll be going through the details such as what it is, what it can do, how it works, what is the advantage of using the group activity booster, short for GAB, if you will. And the second part is going to be about configuring the whole group activity booster device. We'll be also demonstrating to you how to use it, how to configure it in a real example, and we'll be also showing you how it works by the end of the demonstration. And lastly, of course, we have decided for this to be a tradition. There's going to be questions and answers. So whatever questions you may have, we'll be of course answering all of those as well. The live stream will be taking about just like previous one, about an hour. So we'll see how it's going to be working out. So let's go ahead and speak a little bit about what is the group activity booster. The group activity booster is a device that can be rezzed in Second Life, and it's basically for raising the traffic for your parcel that you may have. Are we still live? Just checking. Okay, I think we are still live. So the group activity booster is about raising traffic in Second Life. You can res this device in Second Life, and it sends out a message to your group chat. So whatever message you would like for group activity booster to send out, it basically attracts people to your parcel, and whenever people are going to come to this to your land, they will be teleporting directly to the group activity booster device. So they will have to click the group activity booster device and insert the code, a special code, into the dialog menu once they will click the activity booster. Once they will insert the code, they will have to stay at your parcel for the duration of minutes or seconds or hours, whatever you prefer. This will be basically configured by yourself. They will be staying on your land, and by the end of those duration hours or minutes or seconds, as I said, they will be paid by you with the amount that you're willing to pay them for staying at your land. This will be all demonstrated to you in examples and how to use it and how it looks like, as we'll be going through the whole process. The big advantage of what comes with the group activity booster is that, well, first of all, it's really cheap. You can use Group Activity Booster with the SmartBots subscription only. However, you can use it with both of our bot systems that we currently have available. So you can use it with the system bot for Linden 79 per week, or you can use it with the standard bot for Linden 479 per week. This is basically up to you, whatever you prefer. And the Group Activity Booster requires you to have the active subscription on either the Notices service or either the Group Chat Control service. The notice service is basically defines the message itself to attract the group members to your parcel will be sent through the notice if you are using the notice service with the group activity booster. And if you are using the group chat control, the message will be sent through the group IM. So the whole idea behind the group activity booster is that well, first of all, as I said, it raises traffic on your land legally, so to speak. We all know that there's a lot of issues with raising traffic in Second Life. There's a lot of gaps and loops in the Second Life TOS, and that's the most important area. It is absolutely a Second Life TOS compliant. Secondly, it is not just only to raise traffic, but it is also to bring more fun into your group, if you will. It acts like a contest, an event inside your group that your group members can participate in. However, there's also this big moment that what if we don't have enough group members to actually have them participate in such activities? That is also not a problem. The group activity booster also comes with the ability for you to send out those contest messages that the group activity booster is able to send out in our official group activity booster group in Second Life, which has about I believe 5,000 members. I will actually check that right now. It has about 4,000 members, and it is quite an active group, and you can easily attract a lot of people to your parcel. So I think that this is all I wanted to say as a summary of what it is, the group activity booster itself. Now at this point, I will jump right into how to configure it and what do you need exactly to start with using the group activity booster service. So in order to actually begin, firstly, what you require is to have an account with SmartBots. I'm not going to start demonstrating how to create an account. It's really easy process. You just have to visit our main website and create an account there. There's only a few fields to actually fill out. And from the moment that you will create an account, you have to go to your account dashboard. Of course, you have to log into your account, and you have to scroll down all the way, and you have to add a new group to manage. As I said, the group activity booster works with both a system bot for Linden 79 per week, and it also works with a personal bot. So since I have a personal bot myself, I'm actually going to use a personal bot, but it doesn't really matter. You can select in either one, and it's going to work just fine with whichever one you would like. So I'll select the bot from the list, and I'll click proceed. And at this point, I will have to select one of the groups that my bot is a member of. In case of the system bot, you would have to actually fill out the name of your group rather than being able to see the menu of which groups your bot is a member of. So I'll select one of my demonstrational groups, and I will select the group chat management service to be active with this one. As I said, the group activity booster either requires the group chat management service or group notices, but for this demonstration we'll go with group chat management. And then I'll click proceed. We can ignore this check mark, and we can click save. And as you can see, my group is currently being processed. And once it will be processed, I can go ahead and start configuring the whole group activity booster device. Let's wait for a few moments, refresh a page a few times, and let's see once it will be able to start. All right, I just received a message in Second Life that everything is okay. My bot is ready to start managing the group chat service. So the group has launched, and at this point we have to start configuring the group activity booster. To do that, we'll have to get the group activity booster from our marketplace page. The marketplace URL is included in the description for this live stream if you will want to grab it yourself. At this point I can just Google it, or actually I'll just visit a marketplace directly. I'll sign in to my account and enter my username and password. There we go. And I'll just search for group activity booster. And there we go. I found it. I'm clicking buy now. I scroll down and place my order. And there we go. We should receive this in Second Life as I click buy now once again. So at this point I can pretty much pull out for you the Second Life itself, so that I can show you how it looks like when we are configuring the group activity booster in Second Life itself. I can detach this HUD, we don't need it. All right. So the group activity booster has been delivered to me in Second Life, and this is the folder for it. And here is the device itself. It also comes with the payment terminal should you want to pay for SmartBots services from your own land and good stuff like that. And it also comes with the README file that you can refer to on how to configure the group activity booster itself. So I can just directly place this on my land, and it will require the debit permissions. Since you will be paying the people that will be visiting your land, of course you'll have to grant the debit permissions to the device. So I'll allow it. And at this point everything is almost ready. What is required right now is to actually configure it with my own group. If you will not configure it with your own group, the group activity booster will actually launch with the official group activity booster group that we have in Second Life, which is this one. As I mentioned previously, it has about 4,000 members. Well, it has about 3,500 members. And all of the messages about group activity boosters, the contests on many lands in Second Life are being sent here, and there are a lot of players that are visiting those parcels, and they are participating in the contest. But for now we'll just go ahead and configure the group activity booster with my own group that I've just added to my SmartBots account. So to do that, you have to just right click the device, select edit, go to content, and you will see a note card that will say config. You just have to open this note card, and you just have to type the whole configuration into the note card. I'll go ahead and maximize this as understandably as possible. So the first field that you'll have to enter would be the name for your group. Now, since my group name is a little bit large, I'll actually copy my group name, which would be this one. Oops. Second Life just crashed on me. I apologize for that. I'll actually relaunch just a moment. Okay, that was that was unexpected. Okay, and re-entering Second Life now. Let's retry that. There we go. Okay, we're logging back in. Let's wait for a few moments. Okay, so at this point I will not be copying the name from my group list. I'll just copy it from somewhere else. I'll just copy it from the SmartBots website. There we go. Okay. Let's wait for this to refresh. Second Life is still resing. I apologize for that. Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter if this reses or not. We can go ahead and still configure the whole device. Oh, it resed just now. Okay. So as I said, right-click the device, go to Edit, then Contents, and open up the config note card. So at this point, what you have to do is enter the name for the group that you will want your bot to send out the group activity booster messages. And you do that right here. You just, instead of Gab, you enter the name of your group. If you leave Gab, that means that the bot will be sending your messages of group activity booster contest messages into the official group activity booster group. So there we go. I just copied my group name. The location name means the location name for the parcel where your group activity booster is resed at. In my case, it is Duo Life, and I'll just type Duo Life. There we go. Now, the secret code is the group security code that you can generate from your SmartBots account. I'll show you how to do that. So what you have to do is basically visit your account dashboard, find the group that you are configuring the group activity booster for, and you go to the group, you bring your mouse over to members at this point, and the menu will come up, and you'll have to click on group security code. There we have it. And here is where you can generate the security code. This is basically so that the third-party devices or the devices that are not directly connected to your SmartBots account, such as Group Activity Booster, could use your services with SmartBots. So I'll enter Quincy's Test Ground as my security code, and then I'll just click Save Settings. And at this point, we have the security code generated, and we can open up Second Life once again. paste that into the note card, and there we go. As for the debug, you can leave this on 0. This means that if you will, for example, enter 1, the group activity booster will start sending out local chat messages into your local chat. This is basically mostly used for, of course, for debugging purposes, but by the developers as well. So if you're not into that kind of thing, such as developing and scripting and coding, then you can leave that on 0. This part is the message. Here, this is where you can type out the message that your bot is supposed to send out to your group when there's going to be a group activity booster contest every time. So as you can see, the message is that the next group activity booster answer is, and there's a variable answer. Instead of this, there's going to be the code that the person will have to copy. Teleport to SL URL. This is also a variable for the location where your group activity booster is rezzed at. And attach gab machine to get amount. Now this is the amount that you will be specifying and that you will be willing to pay for visiting your land to the people that will be playing your group activity booster. Message type means chat, as in the group IM, but in case you will want the message to be sent as notice, you'll have to type notice right here. Or if you want both to be sent, you can type both, like so. But as I said, I'm currently using only the chat service, so I will type chat in here. This is the message delay minimum, the message delay maximum. This means that if I'll leave the message delay minimum to 15 minutes and the message delay maximum to 25 minutes, the notice, actually the group IM, which is this, the message for the group activity booster contest will be sent out randomly from 15 minutes to 25 minutes. So I'll leave that as that is. I'm not going to touch that. I believe 15 to 25 minutes is pretty good for this one. And here you are entering the minimum payment from maximum payment. What this means is that the sooner the person will be teleporting to your land and clicking the group activity booster and entering the code, which will be included in the group activity contest message, should that be a group IM or notice, the more amount they will be getting from you. So in case if I'll enter, for example, 2 lindens here, which is the minimum payment, and if I'll enter 6 lindens here, for example, if the first person that will be teleporting to my land and clicking the group activity booster and entering the code will be getting the linden 6 from me, because that will be the first person that will be teleporting and clicking and entering the code. But the last person will be getting linden 2. So that is, so as I said, the whole concept behind the group activity booster for the players is to actually come off as a contest itself. For you, the whole concept is to raise traffic from this. Payment delay means that once the player is going to teleport to your land, click on the group activity booster, enter the code, they will have to stay for the duration of minutes or seconds or hours, whatever you would like, and this defines that duration. So for example, if I will enter 600 here, that means that once the person teleports to my land, clicks on the group activity booster and enters the code, they will have to stay 600 seconds to get paid. And visitors to pay means the maximum amount of visitors that will be teleporting to your land and being able to participate in the group activity booster contest. So if we'll enter, for example, 4 here, only 4 people will be able to click the group activity booster and enter the code. If there's going to be a 5th person, that 5th person will be enabled to participate and stay on your land and receive the payment for staying. So at this point, I believe whatever was what was here initially is okay. And visitors to pay, I'm going to leave that on 3. And that is the whole configuration for the note card. And you can just click save at that point. And there we go. As you can see, the group activity booster is now reading the configuration, it is now initializing, and it is now ready to work. So it happens that fast. There's nothing really complicated about it. And at this point, everything is pretty much ready. What we can do after the configuration, we just have to click the device and click turn on. Once we'll turn it on, it will start sending out the group IM into our group chat, which is the following group, as I previously mentioned, this one. So we don't have to wait actually for 15 minutes or 25 minutes for the bot to actually send out an IM. We can just do it right now. And for that, we just have to, once again, click on the device. The menu will come up and click send now. This is so that you can understand how the message will look like. So I clicked it, and as you can see, the message came into my group chat, and which says the next group booster answer is, and this is the code that your group member will have to copy. Teleport to Duolife, which is the parcel that we have entered with the coordinates, and it is initially a SL URL. And touch Gab Machine to get Linden 5, which is the payment that I've entered for people staying at my location and participating in Group Activity Booster. Now I'll be also demonstrating how this is going to be looking like from the perspective of an ordinary user, or should we say the group member that is seeing the message. So let's actually, oops, I'm not a member of that group. I'll actually join that. I'll join that group once again. Oh, just a moment, and we'll just repeat the whole process so that. Let me actually invite. There we go. Open resident chooser. Type the name. All right. Okay. So, oops. Okay, where it is? There we go. Okay. So I am now a member of that particular group, and now I will be able to see the message. So we're going to send the message out just once more so that you'll see how it looks like from the perspective of another person. Well, it's going to be pretty much the same, but still. So we have sent out another message. But be advised, those messages will be sending out every 15 from 15 minutes to 25 minutes. I'm just doing this as a demonstration so that we can send the message immediately so that you'll see how it looks like. in which group is this being sent to? Let's see. Okay. And there should be a message here, although there is not, which is interesting. I believe my Second Life is currently being glitched out, but let's just directly copy the code. Let's say that the person actually saw the message. And let's teleport to this land. In order to do that, I'll just copy the the URL for Group Activity Booster, where it's located. And I am teleporting, which is really interesting, why the message did not come in. So, I am standing next to the Group Activity Booster, and at this point, in order to participate as a group member that wants to receive payment for staying at this parcel for whatever the amount that the group activity booster's owner wants me to, I just have to copy the code, which would be this one, and enter it into the group activity booster. Once I'll do that, I am now receiving a message that the person that I've correctly answered the group activity booster question, and I will get paid. And I'm also receiving a message that that I do not have to leave this parcel for the designated amount of seconds, which would be Linden, which would be actually 120 seconds. So once this period will pass, I will be actually paid with the Linden 2. The reason why I'm being paid for Linden 2, as I said, is because that would took a little bit of time to actually teleport here. But the sooner a person will be teleporting here, the higher amount of payment they will be getting, which would be the maximum payment. And the maximum payment in my case was Linden 5. However, since we took quite a long time to actually teleport here, I'm only receiving Linden 2. So at this point, once I will be staying here for 1 minute and 20 seconds, well, actually 2 minutes, I will be getting paid by the owner of the group activity booster device for staying here. There's also, since I've entered about 3 people to be able to participate in this group, there are also 2 other spots available to be participating into the group activity booster contest. So there's only one currently, which would be this avatar. And as you can see, I've received a payment just now. And I've also have been invited to the official group activity booster group. This is the reason so that the players would be actually able to participate in the other contests that are being sent out in the official group activity booster group. So I have accepted the group invitation, and And that is pretty much it. That is how it looks like. From the perspective of configuring the group activity booster, and from the perspective of the demonstration of how it looks like from the perspective of the visitor that will be participating in the group activity contest. I believe this is the whole demonstration that we have wanted to show you about how to use the whole device. At this point, we can just go ahead and dive in to the questions, if there are any questions. We have about 12 minutes still available, which is quite enough time to answer quite a lot of questions. So if there are any, please send them in the chat. And if there's not, we'll be ending this live stream in about 5 minutes. All right. Well, I think there's no questions at all. I'm hoping that this was because that I've been able to explain the whole group activity booster pretty well, hopefully. But well then, if there will be any sort of questions, you can contact us on our 24/7 live chat support, which will be always available for you. I'm going to show you where you can contact us at any moment, which is right here on our website. You can, if you can see the widget, which is on the bottom right corner, if you'll click this, you will be able to contact our support team, and they will be able to answer all the questions that you may possibly have. Thank you, everyone, for joining our live stream once again. And hopefully you liked this live stream. Let us know if we should continue this kind of live streams regarding our services, our products, whatever we have. If you are interested in hearing more and watching more. So at this point, we will be saying goodbye for not really long amount of time. Have a great day. Thank you for choosing SmartBots.